have here. I figured I would try to go live. I don't think anybody's watching me yet, but I'm gonna try to go live while I'm walking on this treadmill here. So let me know if anybody comes on and can see me or not. It's just a trial run, literally. So I'm gonna try to walk on this treadmill a little bit while I'm live with you guys, just to see if it works or not. And let me know if the TV's too loud, because I don't want to get in trouble over that. Anyways, I know no one's not watching right now, but good morning for whenever they do watch. Like I said, this is just a trial run on seeing if it's going to work or not. So tell me in the comments if the connection's okay too and stuff. But I'm walking on the treadmill and just seeing if it's going to connect or not to this phone. And let me know if you can hear the TV. Let me stop it for a second. See if the TV is going to be too loud for you guys. Okay. So hello. I can't really tell who that is. Let me see. I'm about blind. I can't hardly read and tell on these phones. Oh, it's Natasha. Hello, girl. Hey. I'm just doing this as a trial to see if it's gonna work. I'm gonna fall. I'm on the treadmill in here in my bedroom. I'm just trying to see whether or not the connection for the internet's gonna work or not. Let me stop it for a second so I can read this. I'm terrible at this, Natasha. Says, yeah, we're the only ones awake. Good morning, Northern Woman. I appreciate y'all for stopping in. I haven't been live in forever, and I'm just doing this because I got this new phone here. I'm trying to see if it's going to work or not. Happy Monday to you too. I'm trying to see if the internet's going to stay connected or not in here. I got the treadmill in here in my bedroom. And sometimes the internet doesn't stay connected at certain parts of the house. And I'm just trying to see whether or not this is going to work for me to start going live and stuff, you know. So, because I need to get those watchers in. And I can't hardly read or see the comments on the phone or nothing because I'm about blind and stuff up close. Hello everybody who's coming in or whatever. But I'm just basically doing this as a trial. If one of y'all don't care, let me know if you can hear the TV, because I don't want to get in trouble over it, but I'd like to be able to listen to it and watch it as I'm walking on the treadmill. If this works out or whatever, I plan on trying to start going live like this pretty regularly because I need the exercise. You can't hear the TV. Okay, that's good. I appreciate y'all. And once I figure out how to make you a moderator, Northern Woman, I will. I don't know how to do it on the phones or nothing yet. And where I can't hardly see, I can't see to do it or nothing right now. But that's basically all I'm doing. I need to work myself up first before I start speeding up the treadmill. I'm big time out of shape. Let's see, I can't see it. What someone said here. I still can't see. I'll have to read the comments after this and go back and rewatch it. I'm sorry, guys. I just can't see that good and stuff up close. I appreciate y'all for stopping in, though, and coming to my channel. Sorry if I'm breathing hard. That's what it's like when you're out of shape. And I'm big time out of shape. I hope y'all have a great Monday and a happy Monday too. And I appreciate y'all for stopping by. I think you're already a moderator, aren't you, Natasha? But I'm not sure who else is a moderator. We ain't messed with going live or nothing for 6 months now. I don't know. Hi, Try. I appreciate you for stopping by. Appreciate everybody for stopping in. I think that's Try anyways. But I'm already breathing hard. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, Natasha, I appreciate you being a moderator. I'll make everybody else a moderator when I figure out how to. This is, like I said, this is just a trial run on seeing if the internet's going to connect or not to this area of my house. And so I can start walking on the treadmill while I got it here and stuff. But I'm trying to watch TV as I'm walking to entertain myself too. And I just don't want y'all to be able to hear the TV and me get in trouble for it or whatever from YouTube. I gotta stop it for a second, get me another drink of water. I am so out of shape. You would think I would be more in shape where I do those dancing videos, which I haven't done those dancing videos for a while now because where YouTube's got me restricted. I can only do 10 videos a day when before I was able to do any endless amounts of videos a day back since November of 2025. YouTube started letting me have endless amounts of content that I could do or whatever. I probably need to start wearing my glasses too if I'm going to use this phone like this, because I can't hardly see it all. But I wish they would go back to that. I swear, I can't read this. I'm so sorry, guys. I can't read this on this phone. I wish they would make a phone for me the size of a miniature iPad, because then I might be able to see it, to read it. I know that's pathetic. It is what it is, though. I'm going to have to get used to it one way or another. That's why I haven't been putting titles on none of my videos here lately, is because I can't see to do it. And I don't know how to do it on that new phone right there. I'm behind big time. I'm putting titles on and stuff. But if y'all want to watch what I'm watching on TV, I'm just watching YouTube. I'm watching this show. It's called Demon Erasers, and it's about this guy. He's a Christian, but he goes there around. It's real true story, or it's real life or whatever. He goes around and he kind of does like exorcisms and stuff to people that have demons or whatever in them. He has a really interesting story, I think. I don't know his name. I just know that's the name of the TV show. I wish I could read these comments, but I can't. I'm so sorry. But I'm out trying to move a little bit. Wow, we got so much more longer to go. I've only been at this, and I know I've stopped it a few times, but that tells you how bad out of shape I am. I've only been at this for like 7 minutes and something. Almost 8 minutes, and I'm wore out already. It says I burned 300, or no, not 300, 38.4 calories, supposedly. And I'm walking at a speed of 1.7. I used to walk whenever I walked on it, which ain't much, but I used to get up to at least 2. So I'm hoping to get caught back up and walk on it to at least the speed of 2 or whatever. But anyways, good morning to everybody. And I appreciate y'all for stopping in and stopping by. I'm so sorry I can't read the comments. And I'm sorry that I don't know how to make you all mods right now. You can tell me in the comments. And I guess after this is over with, maybe I'll be able to go back and read the comments. I don't really know how that works. I haven't did it in so long. So, but anyways, most of the time whenever I'm doing this, it'll probably end up being like a silent stream of just y'all watching me walk, to be honest, until I can get used to things. But I hadn't went live in probably about 6 months, because I think the last time that I went live was back in November, before November actually, probably even like October or something. And y'all can do whatever. I'm not really that concerned about, as far as modding goes, all the trolls. I know I'm gonna get trolls and stuff. The only time you get, like, y'all need to, because I've kind of changed my opinion on that, and I haven't made a video about it or nothing, but the only time you really need to, like, get rid of someone from my channel or whatever is if they're threatening or being, like, against YouTube's rules, like threatening my life or my family's lives or one of your all's lives or something like that, or going against YouTube standards. Other than that, I really don't care, you know, because I know you're gonna get trolls and, you know, everything else that comes with it. It just is what it is. And I'm pretty used to it. I'm sorry for whoever that is come in or whatever. And we all know who, well, you all don't know exactly who it is, but you all know that I've had dealings with other YouTubers too, and I'm sure they would love to troll me. And they might even be still listed as mods. I'm sure they are, because I've not changed nothing. But hopefully they're mature enough or old enough to deal with their own stuff and know better and just let things go like I'm letting them go. They should let me go, live their own life or whatever. I'm not trying to disturb them, so hopefully they won't disturb me. That's all I know. Speed this up a little bit. I'm already sweating and out of breath. I've got it on 2.0 now, so I don't know how long I can go at it like this. I'm huffing and puffing. I'm having to hold on to the rails. That's how far behind I am. But a long time ago, when I first used this thing, this treadmill, I used to walk on it, not much, maybe like 30 minutes or something. But I used to walk on it the whole time at like 2.0. So this is the speed I used to walk on it at. It says I'm in 12 minutes and 28 seconds is supposedly how long I've been on this, which I have stopped it and stuff. I'm gonna stop it right now to get a drink of water, see if I can't read your comment or not. Natasha, I appreciate you for being here. Man, I am already sweating like crazy and huffing and puffing. I'm red, sweaty. I guess it's working. Yeah, I trust you, Natasha. I trust you. You know how it is. I don't know how to mod anyone else right now, but I know you can trust. I don't know if you can do it or not. I don't think you can. But if you can, you can go ahead and do it. Just make Northern Woman and try the one in the red shirt, Try Vlogs. Make him a mod and make Northern Woman a mod. They're trustworthy. They're creators too. So if you can, I don't know if you can or can't. but I think I have to be the one to do it. I'm not sure. But they are definitely trustworthy people. Most people who have YouTube channels, whether they're big or they're small, most of them have enough common sense to know, even if you have falling outs with other creators, just to let it go and move on with your life and not mess up other people's channels. I don't have the time or the energy to go around trolling other or talking bad about other YouTubers or anyone else for that matter. And you would think other people wouldn't have the time to do it to me, but it is what it is. Heck, I barely get time to, excuse me, I know I'm burping, sorry, do what I need to do or whatever for myself. I appreciate any of y'all who's coming in here. I can't read the chats. I'm hoping I'll be able to read them some way after this live is over with. I haven't been live for 6 months, so I definitely need to start trying to do lives no matter what. That's the only way I'm going to get my watch hours in. And my watch hours is going down to pretty much 0, so it's under 100 now. Because them shorts do not help my watch hours no matter how many I do. I like doing shorts better, obviously, but YouTube has me restricted right now anyways on how many videos I can put out a day. And so I'm only allowed to put out 10 videos a day right now, whether they're long form, short form, or lives. So I just gotta do whatever. I am sweating. It looks like I've been in a rainstorm or something. Look at how bad I'm sweating. Tells you how bad I'm out of shape. At least I'm trying, I guess. I am definitely sweating. It says I burned, according to this one, this is an old treadmill and it's not mine. It says I burned 79.8 calories, supposedly. I think that's calories. Yeah, CALS. I'm pretty sure that's calories. And I've been walking now for 15.34 seconds. Or 15 minutes, 34 seconds. So I'm gonna try my best to walk the show I'm watching, walk until it's over with. I think y'all said y'all couldn't hear the TV. I turned it up a little bit so I could hear it because this treadmill's so loud. But the episode I'm watching, the show I'm watching, it's on YouTube, and it's called Demon Erasers. And like I said before, what it's about is this guy, he lives out in California, and he's a born-again Christian, but he goes around and he kind of like does exorcisms on people that he thinks has demons in them or whatever. It's real life or whatever. But his story is, and no, I don't know this person. I just found him on YouTube probably about 3 months back, or maybe less than that. But and I started watching his shows. I really enjoy his shows and his channel. He's not that big. He's bigger than me, but anyone's bigger than me right now. He's like, I think he's up to like 39,000 subscribers. And his backstory, from what I know, is he used to be in a, I don't know if I'm saying it right, but he used to be like in a polygamorous, is that how you say it, relationship? Like when you have multiple partners. And I think he had like 2 or 3 girlfriends. And what ended up happening was he was studying, he was kind of studying like witchcraft and stuff. And one of his girlfriends, I guess you would call her the top girlfriend or whatever at the time, she got a hold of his books where he was studying witchcraft, and she ended up getting possessed, like, and he had to call, I guess it was a priest or a preacher, I don't know which one it was. Let me take a break for a second, get a drink of water. Sorry, I'm huffing and puffing. But anyways, she ends up getting possessed, and he calls someone to get help or whatever because he didn't know what to do. And she kind of started having, like, I don't know if it was seizures or what it was, but spasms and stuff. And so he gets someone to come there, and then they tell him what's going on, that she's possessed and everything. And so he starts investigating and looking more into it because it was so real to him. I'm not sure what this guy's real name is, but anyways, so they, I guess, do an exorcism on her or whatever, and then from that point on, he was always a little bit religious or whatever, in all different religions, but he starts studying them more, and then he gets real involved with Christianity and stuff, and then he starts doing exorcisms himself, and he practices out in California. I don't know where it's at. It's in some kind of, I think he has his own church and stuff, but he goes all over the place, and he has his YouTube channel. But that's who I'm watching, and I'm watching the episode. He does interviews on other people's channels too, like we all do or whatever, from time to time. And I forgot the guy's name that he's doing it on. It's called Digi something. It's like a young guy that he's doing an interview on, the one that I'm watching, and it's an hour and something long. But he kind of goes over, I think it's called Digi or Digital Social is the name of the channel that he's been interviewed on. And this one took place about 3 or 4 months back when he did this interview. And hello, I think that's Thumbelina. Hello, yeah, hi Thumbelina. I appreciate you for stopping by. Like I said, I'm just kind of doing this as a trial to see if this is going to work or not for me to start doing, as long as I got this treadmill, because this treadmill does not belong to me. But I need to lose weight anyways. And I need content, any kind of content, but especially something that's going to help out me get my watch hours in, because I'm pretty much down to 0 on my watch hours. So them shorts ain't helping, and I'm restricted right now anyways, even if I do like doing the shorts better. So that's kind of why I'm doing it. I'm seeing if the internet's going to connect or not, because I got these sheets and covers on. This is my door right here to the hallway. Trying to see if the internet's going to stay in and connect or not, and not be buffering or whatever. See, it blinked just now. It's really bad here, the internet and power and stuff. But that's what I'm trying to see. Let me see if I can't scoot this over so y'all can see me a little bit better maybe. Appreciate each and every one of y'all for stopping by though, and coming in, saying hello or whatever. And I'll try to make you a mod too, Thumbelina, when I can. I don't know how to do anything pretty much on this phone right now. Everything's pretty much trial. Oh, sorry guys. I am dripping in sweat already. It doesn't take much. But, Natasha, if you're still here, I think you are. I don't know if you can do it or not. And hopefully I'll be able to somehow go back and read the comments. I don't know if I can or can't. Maybe I could off the computer. The computer belongs to my daughter, and she don't want me to mess with it that much. And that's the only way right now. Unfortunately, that's why I haven't put no titles in on my videos for a while, because I can't seem to do it off this phone. But this phone is an iPhone 17 Pro Max. Supposedly it has the best camera right now. which I do think the camera's good on it, from what I can tell, comparing it to my old stuff that I was using or whatever. But I still can't see to put the titles in. The only way I can do that is off of her computer. And so I'm thinking whenever you go back after a live and rewatch things, that you can rewatch the comments from the computer, but you can't the TV. But I'm not sure. But anyways, I don't know if you can do it or not, Natasha, and it's okay if you can't. But Try is definitely trustworthy. Northern Woman is trustworthy, and so is Thumbelina. So I am huffing and puffing, sweaty. My face is bright red. Very, very bright red. And I'm sorry for anybody that's coming in and talking or whatever. I just can't see the chat. I'm pretty much just doing this. I haven't been live in 6 months, so I'm just trying this as a trial run. Let me stop it again and get another drink of water. I am a big old piggy. I am a Big Tom. Let's see. I wish I could read. I can't see to read. I should probably wear my glasses, but they'd probably just sweat and fog up, and I wouldn't be able to see. I need to get like, I guess I need to get like one of those magnifying glasses or something for it. I swear I can't see. I'm sorry, guys. Let me stuff this back. Yeah, you know, Natasha, I don't really care about the trolls and stuff. It's gonna happen or whatever. I'm more so worried about other creators that I've fallen out with. A couple of them. That's all I've fought out with so far. I'm worried about where I had gave them mod rights in the past. But hopefully they'll be mature enough to set things aside and leave me alone, like I have done for them. And then also, if anybody's trying to threaten me or one of you all, or anybody else in chat or whatever, you know, just get rid of them. And then if it goes against, obviously if it goes against YouTube standards, I don't want to get in trouble for that, because I've never had, even though I'm restricted right now, I've never had a copyright. I've always deleted them, so I wouldn't have them or nothing. So I really don't want to get in trouble and take the chance of not ever being able to get monetized, because eventually, someday, no matter how long it takes, I'm hoping to get monetized. You know, that's obviously a goal, no matter what, for every YouTuber or content creator. Even though I like other parts of it too, as far as making friends or whatever, it's the, obviously it's the end goal to, excuse me, be able to make money off of your channel and hopefully better your situation or your life from making money. That was the obviously number one reason why I even made a YouTube channel to begin with, was to start making some money and get out of my financial situations and better me and my daughter's lives. And no, this treadmill doesn't belong to me. I'm just using it, or I'm going to try to start using it anyways, for as long as I have to keep it. I'm dripping with sweat, so I guess that's a good thing. But means it's working, I guess. But I'm trying to use this treadmill as long as I'm storing it over here in my house. This treadmill belongs to my ex, and the reason why he leaves it over here is because they don't have space for it where he lives at. And also, if my girls ever decided to use the treadmill, that's why he originally left it over here. So that's why I'm trying to use it right now. And then two, where YouTube has me restricted and I can only do 10 videos a day, if I do 10 shorts, that's not going to give me watch hours. And it's going to take up, you can do 10 shorts in no time at all off of one song video. Let me get another drink of water, I'm sorry. I'll try to look at the chat. I don't want to hit nothing, mess nothing up. Thank you. I can't read your name, but thank you, whoever said that. I appreciate you. I'm so sorry I can't read the chat, guys. I wish I could. I'll have to figure out something next time. I don't know what it's going to be, but just keep on working on it until I accomplish something. It says, man, this is going to take forever. I'm so out of shape. But it says I've only been at this for 25 minutes now. And I've stopped I don't know how many times. Probably about 4 or 5 or more. Okay. I've got the speed on 2.2. So I'm trying not to grip and hold on to these bars that much. So I'm having to walk a little bit faster. Y'all let me know in the comments and hopefully I'll be able to read them after this. But if I'm able to read them after this live, I will go back and read it and rewatch it and respond back to you guys if I can. But y'all let me know in the comments, do you all normally, when you're just walking, plain walking or whatever, like day-to-day life or whatever, just walking, I'm going to have to slow it down a little bit. I'll try it at 2.2, keep it on that for a while. But are y'all fast walkers or are you slow walkers? I think I'm going to have to lower it down to 2.1 until I can get used to it, or 2.0. But normally, when I was younger, I used to be a fast walker. Used to whenever I was working when I was younger. And at some of the jobs I used to do. Like, whenever I used to be a waitress, and also I worked at a custard stand. It's locally to me or whatever, it's just like a mile up the road. Used to, we get call-in orders from across the street from the custard stand I used to work at. And the cooks would always tell me about the call-in orders because I was the fastest walker back then. That was a long time ago. But I would walk over there really fast and get back to work really fast. And they did it to me because back then I used to be a really hard worker. And then also whenever I used to be a cleaning lady, and I was a cleaning lady for hotels at Perry County, and I also was here locally in Letcher County. But used to, whenever I worked at Perry County, at the Hampton Inns where I used to work at, down there at Hazard or Perry County, the woman over me, my boss or whatever, for my shift, she used to give me the most hotel rooms to clean because I used to be really fast, had a lot more energy, and I would get through like 32 rooms before like 2 o'clock, and you would start at like 8 o'clock in the morning. So she used to give up most of them to me, and then she would split. I think she was mean too though. She would split, and shout out to Bobby, that was her name, if she's watching. Yeah, I can't stand you, girl. But that was at Hazard. I'm sure she's still working on there too. But anyways, she would give me the most rooms, and she would split the other half of the rooms. They would only be like, I don't know how many rooms there was at Hazard. I think there was only like 200 rooms or something. Maybe, no, there's like 300 and some at Hazard, I'm pretty sure. But she would split the other rooms between like 4 or 5 girls, and she would give me the majority. The reason why I ended up quitting at that place was because of that manager, and her name is Bobby. I don't know her last name, but y'all might think I'm like a hillbilly or whatever. That woman was the biggest hillbilly I've ever seen in my life. And even though I don't know her last name or nothing, she was like, she was married to her husband, who she'd been with ever since she was 14 years old. And I know I shouldn't talk about people, but the truth's the truth. But anyways, the reason why I ended up quitting is because I just got mad because it was an everyday thing. She was always giving me the majority of the rooms. And she was also, I know it was her, and I am accusing her of stealing it, because those shift leaders of the hotel rooms or whatever, I forgot what their actual name is called, but they go in and inspect the room even before the cleaning lady does, and they have to mark it off and stuff. They're the only one that has the key for the whole hotel or whatever to access all the doors. And you would get tips and stuff as a cleaning lady. I probably actually back then, I got more tips as a cleaning lady than what I ever did as waitressing or anything else. But she would go, and I know she was stealing my tips and stuff. And she wasn't the only one, but she was the only one who had access to it. And then that wasn't the only reason why I quit. What really set me off, it was nothing that set me off. I just had enough. She started changing the rules, which the hotel started changing the rules. The franchise did. And they wanted you to start taking off the sheets, which we should have been doing that anyways, but that was another reason why we was so fast and stuff. And that's how I was trained to whenever I got the job, to do it by other employees. But they wanted you, even on the ones that wasn't going to leave, they wanted you to start changing all the sheets and stuff. Well, the laundry women would get upset if they didn't get laundry down on the floor before like 9 o'clock in the morning. And we didn't start back then until like 8. And so it made it harder on us. And plus they started adding, at the time, I'd say they got rid of those now, but they started adding coffee pots to all the rooms. And she made it my job, that I had to go around to not just my rooms, but everybody else's rooms, and get all the coffee pots and bleach them and clean them. And the other girls didn't have to do nothing. And so that's what tipped me off at the tipping point, I guess you could say. I just walked out of there, and I told the other manager that was ahead of her, I told her that I was quitting, you know, so I just walked out. And I didn't have a guaranteed job. Let me stop this for a second, get a drink of water. But that was back in like 2007, 2008. And that was when the economy was going bad for the first time or whatever. And I really didn't necessarily have a job to go to. And I was going through a divorce during that time. And I'd already been putting applications in at this other hotel though, that was local to me at the time, at Weisberg. I forgot the name of it. It's not a hotel no more though. It's a clinic now. But I pretty much knew I was going to get the job at the other hotel that would be closer to me. Maybe not as much money, but it was closer. So that's why I ended up switching. And then I worked at that one for a little while too. I got it back on 2.2. I'm gonna keep it at that speed for a while because I'm struggling, guys. It tells you how bad I'm out of shape I am. It says I've been at it for 17 seconds. 34.17 seconds. 34 minutes and 17 seconds. And I took a ton of breaks. I'm sorry, guys, I'm not reading the chat. I'm gonna try after this live to go back and rewatch it on the computer and read the chat. I appreciate each and every one of y'all for stopping by though. And I appreciate you, Natasha, for being here modding for me. It means a lot. You're very helpful, very nice person. But basically, I'm just doing this as a trial just to see. Let me know in the comments if it's tried to buffer or not, like, or load. The internet's tried to go out or anything. And I'm sorry, I'm breathing so hard. That's just part of it. Sweating and breathing and looking terrible. It's just life. My face is broken out so bad underneath of my neck and my chin. I'm so bad about plucking my hairs and popping bumps and zits. I get real nervous and do it. And I'm kind of weird like that. I don't know about you all, but I used to love watching Dr. Pimple Popper. I used to love watching those zit popping, pimple popping, sus, all the nasty junk. That doesn't bother me. Stuff like that doesn't bother me. And even like blood doesn't really bother me. The only time blood bothers me is when it's my own blood. That's the only time. But, or, I mean, I hate to say it, or if it's someone I love and care about's blood, you know, but the truth's the truth. As far as watching anyone else's blood, that does not bother me. The only thing that used to bother me whenever I was a CNA a long time ago, and I was a CNA, I was probably a CNA before I started working a long time ago in hotels and stuff. And I worked both at Hazard or Perry County, and I also worked in the nursing homes at Letcher up here where I live at, in the nursing home. I didn't work here at Letcher that long though. Sorry guys, I'm burping. But the only time that it would really bother me when I was a CNA is that I had a woman I was giving a shower one time, and she threw up all over me, and she threw up all over the floor, and that was the only time. I don't like sputum or throw up. I don't like that sound when someone's hacking back in the back of their throat, like spit, snot, sputum, all that stuff. But pee and poop, that does not bother me. And I'm sorry if YouTube doesn't approve my language. But other stuff does not bother me at all. I'm starting to slow down already. I don't have enough energy. I have at least 38 more minutes to go. I'm trying to do this for the whole show that I'm watching. And I'm pretty sure that basically each one of this guy's shows, whether he's interviewed or not, he does it for about an hour each time. So I'm trying my best to last. I gotta get another drink of water though and stop it for a second. No buffering. Okay, thanks Natasha, I appreciate you. Appreciate you so much. Hi to whoever that is. I'm sorry I can't read the chat. I'm already. Thank you so much for y'all saying that. I appreciate y'all. I can't read the full chat or nothing. And I'm sorry. I can't make out your names either. I gotta figure out something for that. Look at this, at how much I'm sweating. Oh well. We gotta do something. Something. So I'm assuming most of you guys, if you want to, you can tell me in the comments, but I'm assuming most of y'all are on my time zone right now, East Coast or Eastern time zone, by y'all being up so early. Oh, and they didn't have school today, so my youngest daughter didn't have school. It snowed a little bit. It didn't snow a whole lot, thank God. Tired of the snow. I hate the snow anymore. I used to love it when I was a child, but I hate it now. I hate being cold and I hate the cold weather. I hate the rain too because of the mud. And also, where I don't have covered porches on my house, I have no way of getting out of the rain and enjoying the rain. I'm sure it would make a difference, and I would probably like it if I had covered porches and stuff, but I don't, so it is what it is. I'm trying to move this phone over in that cubby hole. There's two little cubby holes on this treadmill, and they're like squares. I'm trying to put the phone over there so it won't fall either. I still haven't been able to get a case for it, a case proper just to protect it. Still haven't been able to get one yet. So I don't really take my phone too much out of my bedroom because I don't want to get it broken or nothing. But I am paying the extra fee on it each month for the insurance anyways, in case if something happens to it. I figured that's better, just in case I'm a clumsy person. I'm very clumsy, especially now since I'm older and I can't see that great. I just trip on my own feet. So that's why I'm gonna pay for it or whatever. My nose is itching. Sorry guys. I'm sweating. But it's part of it. I'm still at 2.0, but I'm having to hold on to the rails and stuff to walk like this, because I'm starting to lose my balance. I have one leg that's a little bit longer than the other. It's my right hand side. My right leg is a little bit longer than over here on my left side, this leg. And it's off, it seems like to me it's off by like at least a half an inch, maybe more. Sometimes it feels like it's like 2 inches apart from each other. So that's one of my defects about me. And then also, I don't know if y'all have noticed or not, let me stop it for a second and I'll show you. But on my nose is crooked, but on the sides of my nose and stuff, this side goes up higher than this side over here does. It's lower, it's more straight on this side. This side goes up more like a curve. God, look at how bright my face is. It's terrible. Okay. Whew. Let me get this started again. Hopefully I can make this a regular thing. I'm just guessing, but I'm hoping to make this a regular thing for, I figure about 3 months straight if I do it every day or every other day. And I'm not talking about losing weight or whatever. I'm just talking about, I'm doing this for my watch hours, you guys, which it would be awesome and it would be great if I lost weight too. But there's a lot of different factors on losing weight and my health too that's kind of out of my control right now. I have to take certain kinds of medications that I can't go without. And unfortunately, as a woman, and I know some of y'all might disagree with this, but this is just my opinion, because I know some of the people I'm friends with or have had this done before too, and they're all about it, but I'm not. I would not recommend any female, any woman, unless if you really had to for some reason, to ever get a full hysterectomy. And I've had a full hysterectomy. And so I feel like, and I'm not just making excuses, it's just the way I feel. I feel like after I had that full hysterectomy, it's made like a permanent, like my belly going out looks like I'm pregnant like. And that's whenever it seemed like too that I gained the most weight was after I had a full hysterectomy. And it feels like, even if it ain't true, and I've heard other women say this before too, but it feels like you can just smell food or eat something and it feels like you gain weight after having a full hysterectomy or whatever. And I might talk about that sometime, why I had the full hysterectomy. They never did put me on estrogen or hormone replacement after I had it either. I think the reason why is because I'd already had the breast cancer, but I'm not positive. But I didn't have my full hysterectomy for the right reasons either. Because the doctor who gave it to me, he even questioned me, even after I had breast cancer, even after I was kind of in between that time. That was back in 2017, but I was kind of in between having implants and reconstruction done on my chest and my breast or whatever, and I didn't have boobs no more. But he was even asking me, which it was a Christian place, but I was 34 at the time, because I was 34 whenever I found out I had breast cancer, and I guess that was it was because of my age. But he was like, don't you ever plan on having any more children? And I was like, no. You know, I didn't tell him that because he was a doctor, and at the time I really wanted to have it done. Let me stop this for a second so I can go ahead and tell you guys. But the reason why I wanted the full hysterectomy is because I didn't want to have periods no more. And that's no reason at all to have a full hysterectomy. I think the reason why the doctor did go ahead and decide to let me have it done is because I had the breast cancer, and probably worrying about me, I would be more, at the time, susceptible to, and I might not say that word right, but to other female cancers or whatever. But now he did ask me. It was a Christian clinic, and he was a Christian doctor, and he asked me, like, I couldn't tell you how many times. He probably asked me at least 5 or 6 times, get Maximo. Maximo's on the treadmill. If I seriously wanted to still have the hysterectomy or not, the full hysterectomy. And I didn't want to take the chance. I know this sounds terrible. Y'all can judge me however. But I didn't want to take the chance on not just having my periods no more, because I used to have terrible, I always did, And I had other female issues too because of that goes along with that stuff. But I'll talk about that a different time. But I always did, ever since I had my period. And I got my period when I was like 10 years old in the 5th grade. But I always did have terrible periods. I mean, they would last for like 12 days at least, sometimes over that. And they was always real thick, heavy blood. Sorry for y'all that don't want to hear this. And I cramped, like my whole body would cramp like crazy. And so it was terrible whenever I had periods and stuff. So basically that was the reason why I wanted to have a hysterectomy, and those are all the wrong reasons. But I think the doctor just let me do it for other reasons too, or whatever, even though he didn't want me to, because he did question me about it a lot of times. And that was even after I was going through reconstruction. And I told him I'd already had 2 daughters, and he was still questioning me about whether or not I really wanted to go through with it or not. But I regret that surgery. That's probably my top surgery that I regret out of all the surgeries I've had done. And I would not recommend any female to have that done. And it's also it affects your body and your hormones. It just, in my opinion, and I know I got a friend on here that has a total different experience and opinion than I do, and I'm really good friends with her. But in my opinion, and I know I'm saying the opposite of what she would say, but just from my experience though, in my opinion, I would not recommend any female to have that surgery done. And I feel like it wrecks your female body in all kinds of unexplainable ways. And I know this is bad and it might not be YouTube approved, but it just, after I had that done, even though I am a female, I guess that's why the T people have it done. I don't know. But in my own experience, because of the hormones, it does make me feel less like a woman. Like, especially early on whenever I had it done, just the way it emotionally changed me and stuff. I was more like a man. I know it's weird and I can't explain it all today. I'll talk about it a different time. But it's not as bad as it used to in the beginning when I had that done. But it's not the same as it used to be either. Just like, I don't know how to explain it. Emotionally and like personality, like it did kind of change me more like a man. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like mentally, like, or something, in a way, even though I'm not a man or whatever. It just, I wouldn't recommend any female ever to have that done, unless if you did have to for some kind of reason. Sorry for saying that word, YouTube, but that was my worst surgery I've ever had done. I've had all kinds of procedures and surgeries done. I can't think of how many or name them all. And then I did have sorry if there's any men in here watching and y'all don't like this stuff. But I had a bladder tack done too at the same time that I had the hysterectomy. Or around the same time, I can't remember. But I wouldn't recommend the bladder tacks either to nobody. Those are the top 2, but first it would be the hysterectomy. Second it would be the bladder tack. And I know I've got to go over to make up for that time I just now stopped it at. But y'all can tell me what you think in the comments. Or if y'all have ever had those experiences or had that done before. I know of women that had a partial hysterectomy, and it doesn't seem to be as bad as a full hysterectomy. But Y'all can go watch YouTube videos about it. There's all kinds of YouTube videos about it from other people that work in the medical field. And I wish I had watched stuff like that before I had it done, but back then I didn't really watch stuff like that type of stuff on YouTube or nothing back then. Because what happened was, whenever I was first diagnosed with breast cancer, doctors would tell me, oh, don't go Google searching your symptoms, because everything's going to pop up that you have cancer or whatever. And that was before I was actually diagnosed. And but everything was pointing to it that I had breast cancer every time I would go Google search it. And then, so that's why, like, that nurse practitioner that I used to go see, that's why she said that. But then it came out that I did have cancer. So, and they was wrong about everything. But that's why I quit looking at stuff online or like watching videos about stuff, was because of that. But I wish I had never stopped, like second guessing it, or even like go to a different doctor to get, you know, a different take on it or whatever. That's the thing too though about where I live at. There's not really that good of specialty medical people anywhere within like three or 4 hours of me. So it makes it really hard, especially if you got something major going on with you. But even like the basic stuff, I mean, yes, there's nice people around here, and there's decent quality doctors, I guess you could say. But because of the daily just uptick of every other patients going in and them meeting their quota, it's really hard to see a doctor around here, unless if you're just going in for like a cold, or that's basically all the doctors around here locally diagnosed or deal with from a day-to-day thing is just your basic symptoms, allergies and a cold or something like that. That's just my opinion, of course. I'm not saying that they're bad people or they're bad doctors. It's just what I think that they're trained to mostly do, especially around here and stuff. Okay, I know I gotta walk over it, but it says I'm at 51 minutes. So, I don't know if y'all can hear that thumping or not in the background. That's the cats. They're going wild like they always are, playing with each other. Y'all let me know in the comments, and hopefully I'll be able to read them, if you all have ever watched this guy here. The TV show on YouTube, or the channel, is called Demon Erasers. He's very knowledgeable of his stuff though, and I like his story. And he goes on a lot of other people in the same genres channels. I'm getting tired. And does interviews and shows with them too and stuff. Whew, I am almost sweated through. Look at how much sweat I've sweat. Here, I don't even have boobies, and I'm still sweating in the area. First thing. And then underneath my armpits. Oh, I am sweaty. My face. So it must be doing something. I'm getting tired too fast. I'm gonna have to take me a bath or whatever after I get done doing this. I like hot baths too, and I do prefer baths over showers because I'm a lazy person and I like to lay in soak, and it just relaxes me. So y'all let me know what you all prefer to do. I can't stand coldness. Can't stand cold showers or cold baths. I don't even really like lukewarm. But I'm gonna have to take a lukewarm bath after I get done with this. Y'all let me know what you all prefer if you want to in the comments. This phone keeps on moving back over this way near the wall. I appreciate you so much, Natasha. I believe that's you sticking with me. I appreciate you so much, girl. I don't know if you guys know or not. I'd say you didn't though, because we didn't hardly get nothing this time. It started snowing on, I guess it started snowing yesterday, but and then last night it snowed a little bit more. So Sunday or whatever, it just, there might be an inch out there, maybe. I don't even think there's an inch out there. But they didn't have school. I gotta get another drink of water. I'm almost out of that water too. It don't take them much to not have school here because of the roads. Look at how sweaty I am. Okay, let me see if I can read any of this chat at all for a second. Martha, hello Martha. Appreciate you for stopping by. Appreciate you girls for watching me. Appreciate y'all so much and for being here. I wish, and I trust Martha too, Natasha. She's trustworthy. So I don't know. I'll have to figure out how to make y'all mods. I don't know how to do it. I think you have to be live though, don't you, to make someone a mod? And I think I have to do it. I just want to make everybody that is trustworthy a standard mod. But I'm pretty sure I have to be the one to do it. I think. And I think you have to be live in order to make someone a mod too. But I'm not positive. I am drenched. Oh, I better not turn around while I'm walking on it and it's running. I'll slip and fall and hurt myself or twist something or whatever. But my back is so sweaty. It is drenched in sweat. I don't know why I haven't done that. I need to stop the treadmill anyways for another second. Sorry guys. Let me see how to turn this fan on the ceiling fan here. That's the light. Oh my goodness. Is it not working? I think it quit working. Good grief. Let me turn it off and see if it works like that. No, I think it's another thing that's torn up on me. Well, that's unfortunate. It would be really nice right now. I might tell my brother when he comes over here. My brother just got out of jail the other day and out of rehab or whatever. So, or my sibling or whatever. And I might tell him when he comes over here, ask him to check it out and see if he can get the fan part on it working again. Because I'm going to need it. It's gonna get hot, especially if I'm gonna try to walk like this. I guess at least I'm moving, because I know I haven't stuck to one speed straight through, and I haven't walked this the whole time either. And I'm losing my balance. That's why I keep trying to hold on to the rail on this side against the wall. Oh, it would be so nice to have a fan blowing on me right now. It would be so, so nice. I'm about out of water too. And those waters I'm drinking are not cold. I didn't put them in the refrigerator. I love cold water, but just drinking plain water, I don't like to drink it when it's room temperature or whatever, or hot or warm. I love cold water at nighttime though, when I'm in the bed. But I also love flavored waters. And also, I'm addicted to pop. So I need to break that addiction, like a bunch of other addictions. But the only way I think you can break an addiction to pop is just not to buy it. That's the only way. I'm gonna fall. Because, which I guess is basically the same thing with anything else too. Like snacks or chips, food, anything like that, I guess, is just not to buy it. And you won't be addicted to it, I guess. I don't even know what time it is. Oh, it's 7:43. Okay. I had to look in the corner of the phone. I didn't know it showed it up still. It's 7:43 my time anyways. Now I got this clock plugged in front of me, but that clock has the wrong time on it. It always does. I don't know why it does, but it does. And I don't know how to set it. It's supposed to, when you plug it in, it's supposed to automatically do whatever the time is, whatever. But it's 30 minutes fast. So, about 30 minutes fast. So it's the wrong time. The only reason I keep that clock, is because the numbers on it are so big, and I can kind of go by it and see it in the mornings whenever my little girl gets up for school. Kind of go by it and just estimate, which now that I have a phone, I sleep with my phone. I know you're not supposed to, but I do, because that's where the charger for it is too, on the side of my bed. And so I just I look at the phone every now and then to see what time it is. But it says it's 7:46 my time. So Natasha, you're about 2 hours behind me, aren't you? You're like in a mid, I guess you call it a mid time zone or something. So you're about 2 hours behind. You're probably in the same time zone that Janelle's in, I'm assuming. So you are 2 hours behind me. Then I got some people who are 3 hours behind me. And then, I don't know. I don't think Thumbelina's still on here or nothing. But let me see what's going on. Someone I've modded or something in the past is doing something that looks like. Natasha, if you can, go ahead and block them or whatever. It looks like they're doing bad things. Okay, I appreciate it. I can't really see for sure what they're doing, but you know, if they're being bad or whatever, just go ahead and block them. Let me see why I got this stopped, because this time it's just trial anyways. I'm gonna see if I can. Do I click on Martha's name? I don't want to destroy this live either, but if I click on her name, is that how I make her a mod? I'm gonna try it. Hopefully this don't destroy the live. Let me see. Add as moderator. Standard moderator. You should be a standard moderator, Martha. Hopefully that worked. I'm gonna get me another drink of water before I start back up. Yeah, I think it worked. But y'all know to block or whatever you gotta do. You don't have to block everybody, because, you know, I do need some trolls too to watch my videos, as long as they're not threatening or going way against YouTube standards. But if they're threatening me, or if they're threatening one of you all or one of my family members or something like that, then just go ahead and block them if you can. I don't care if someone comes in and trolls me and calls me fat or ugly or whatever, or old or whatever. Whatever, I don't care. It is what it is. That's part of it. But I don't want them being mean to people in the chat either, or one of you all. I gotta try to make up for every time I've stopped this. So I'm hoping to at least go to 8 o'clock. I don't know, or a little bit past 8. I'll just have to build myself up. Do it every day. Hopefully in a routine of it. I definitely want to try to get that ceiling fan working though, or go buy a fan to point at me on that chest and blow it. Because I don't have no air. It is hot and I am sweating like crazy. I started not to even do this though, you guys. So I'm at least proud of myself for trying. I'm at least proud of myself for doing something, because I didn't have no content to put up. This is it. This is the content for today. And I don't know how that affects like your posting time, where I'm restricted right now on whatever time I end the video. If I have to do it again like tomorrow, if I do it tomorrow at the same time, or how that works. But I'm at least proud of myself for getting off my butt and doing it, because I only had intentions of laying back in the bed where it's cold outside and just watching TV and stuff. So I give myself a pat on the back. It does get cold in here. Now they did get my heat pump working. My cousin came over here who works for a HVAC or HVAC, however you say it. He came over here and fixed it the other day. My mom and dad paid for it, and I really do appreciate them. But she won't fall. But it ended up being a little bit cheaper than he originally thought it was gonna be. So it wasn't as costly. I think he originally thought it was going to be like $750. That's including his work or his service charge or whatever. But it ended up being like not positive. I think it was like 550. We stopped this again for a second because I am slobbering and I need something to drink. So I'm gonna go get me a water. Even though I know I don't have no cold waters right now, I had to drink one that's room temperature that was in the floor. I didn't put them in the refrigerator, but it's better than slobbering around. So I'm sorry guys, I'll be right back. Please forgive me. Look how sweaty my back is. Look how sweaty. Okay, I'll be straight back. I gotta go in through here. I know I'm breathing hard like crazy. As hot as I am right now, that snow outside looks very tempting. I would like to just take off and run out there, dive in it and lay back and make snow angels or something to cool down. My foot is itching too. I guess where I'm barefoot on this treadmill, I guess next time I need to wear socks. All right, let's get going. That was the treadmill starting up, what y'all heard. I didn't pass gas. I'll let you know if I do. But anyways. Appreciate you all for stopping by and coming in here and watching. All you newcomers or whatever are welcome here too. We try to be kind of positive and friendly for the most part here. I got it on 2.0. Supposedly, I haven't burnt that much calories at all. I'm still on pretty much the same amount. I guess where I've stopped it and started it so much, it's staying 38.8. It feels like a ton though. And I have sweated. I'm so nasty, stinky. I have sweated a ton. Sorry if that noise is getting on y'all's nerves from me thumping. I guess that'd just be part of it too. And I'm breathing like crazy. I'm just drinking Great Value water. I think that's Walmart brand, ain't it? I really don't like Walmart brand water. I know it's not good for you. It's probably one of the worst. Anything Walmart sells locally, anyways, to me, it's not going to be that great for you. Our Walmart is a really small Walmart. It's not a super center. They mostly have dried or canned goods. And they don't sell like Fiji water or Niagara water or Eternal water. They don't sell none of those nice name brand waters. You have to go, I have to order it online or They send it from super centers away from here. They don't sell that stuff. I'm not even sure that Perry County, which is Hazard, it's the same thing. It's about 30 minutes away from me. I'm not even sure, and they have a super center. It's probably actually the biggest super center in the state of Kentucky. But anyways, I'm not even sure that they sell Fiji water or Eternal water or Niagara or any of the nice name brand waters. And I'm one of those weirdos. I don't know about you all, but I can definitely taste the difference in my waters. Even like water from the Dollar Tree, that water is a little bit better, not much, but a little bit better than like Walmart brand waters or like Deer Park. All that stuff comes from the same company. I don't like Deer Park water. It's really acidic. It gives me acid burn or acid reflux or whatever in my throat and my lungs every time I drink it. And I'm pretty sure that Deer Park is all tied into like PepsiCo or Pepsi Company. And yeah, there's a Pepsi company about an hour and a half away from me over in Pike County. And I'm pretty sure that they bottle all that same stuff. Pretty sure that they do the Propel waters. Pretty sure they do Gatorade. All that stuff comes from the same place. And they don't, I might get in trouble for talking like this or saying this, but they do not. Their water's in their, just like their pops. Even though I drink their pops sometimes. I don't drink Gatorade though. I don't like Gatorade. I've drunk it before, but I just don't like it. But they have a really acidic taste in their stuff. We have a Coke factory too over in Pike County. Pike County's next to me, but it still takes me about an hour and a half to get over there in like the town or the city part of Pikeville or whatever in Pike County. Takes me about an hour to get on the Letcher County Pike County line from where I live at, or close to an hour. And even though we have Jenkins here in Letcher County, it takes me from where I live at, it takes me about 30 minutes to get to Jenkins from where I live. Okay, I'm gonna stop it again for a second and take a break, a water break. Whew. Well, you know what? I am blanked out right now. I'm so bad out of shape. Look at how much sweat I have underneath my armpits, and I am stinking like crazy. This is from my chest. And right here, I don't know if you can tell it or not, but that's from my back. It's terrible. Look at how red my face is. They're almost pretty much as red, as pink red or whatever, is the little leggings that I'm wearing. They're basically the same color. It's terrible, you guys. Absolutely terrible. I use a Netflix remote, and I don't know why, but basically every 6 months on my TV, I have to get a new Netflix remote or whatever unit. Almost every 6 months it quits working. the electrical stuff in my house, for whatever reason, it's always been like this. But it is an old house, and I did have it moved. But it's really bad. The electric, just all the appliances, it's always been like that. I'm always having to replace stuff pretty much every 6 months to a year. Like even like small appliances or whatever, like microwaves or whatever. I've never used a Roku before. I do like, I've seen other people, my daughter, my youngest daughter, she has one. I like the Roku's background better. The little Roku CD, I think that's cute. But I heard that Netflix has more on it in general than what Roku has. I don't know. The only thing I ever really use as far as apps goes on my Netflix thing or whatever is I do play sometimes, not a lot. But because I'm trying my best not to be addicted to the games and stuff too, because I admit that's another one of my addictions. But I play those little, it's like Crossy Road or something on Netflix on the apps. I play that sometimes and do those daily challenges. But other than that, I don't know. Don't use too many. Look at how red my face is. Let me see. I am burning up. I need a fan. I need a fan terribly bad in here. Even if I had to go buy one of those little fans to put on the chest, the top part of the chest, and point it at me. Oh, you're leaving, Natasha? Well, oh, that's not Natasha. That's Martha. Couldn't see. Well, I appreciate you, Martha, for stopping by. I'm glad that I got you, well, you got in here and got you modded, girl. I appreciate you so much. Appreciate you, Martha. Have a great day. I hope it didn't snow too much where you live at either and stuff. I worry about you all the time, Martha. But I hope you have a great day. And I appreciate you for coming in and stopping by. Oh, that's Nicole. I can mod you too. I'm saying, see, I can't see. I cannot see on this stupid phone. But I don't think I could see on any other phone either. I'm sorry about that, Nicole. I appreciate you for coming in. You're definitely a mod. Appreciate you. I guess take another drink and force myself to get back started. Oh, it's just going to take time, I guess. I am definitely out of shape. I always said, though, even whenever I first started doing my short dancing videos, I always said that I at least want to be able to breathe better and move around a little bit better. And I think I'm slowly but surely accomplishing that anyways. I mean, it would be wonderful if I could get toned up and lose my belly fat and lose my big thighs, but I don't know. I'd just be happy with anything, just being healthier. I try to eat pretty good. I overeat sometimes, and I am unfortunately one of those impulsive eater or emotional eaters, all the above, and also one of those people who like to snack around or graze or whatever. And I don't like drinking water as much as I like to eat. So that's a big time problem because I have to force myself to drink water and I just can't hardly do it. But I need to start telling my mind that I love water. Just like whenever I was a child and I hated math in school, people would say, start telling yourself you love math. I don't love math. And I've never hardly had to use any of those subjects since I've been out of school. Been out of school for a long time. I know this is terrible, but I'm pretty sure I've never been diagnosed with it because I fall underneath of that category when I'm 44 years old, where, especially where I live rurally, like, they never did like proper diagnose me for stuff whenever I was growing up. And so I'm pretty sure I'm probably in it. Yeah, I'm self-diagnosing myself or whatever. But I'm pretty sure I'm dyslexic a little bit anyways. When it comes to, I can't read that great, which I never did like reading. I wish I did, but I don't. And I can't spell. And also, let me stop this again because the show I'm watching is going off. I'm gonna put it on something else for about 30 minutes where I've took so many breaks. But anyways, I can't read. I know this is terrible, but the truth's the truth. I can't tell you what time it is, even if I could see to tell you what time it was on like a, you know, just a round circle clock. I can't tell you. I would sit there probably for about 5 minutes just to tell you what time it was, because I've never been able to read like a clock like that. And I know it's pathetic, but the truth's the truth. Okay, guys, we gotta find something to watch for about 30 minutes. Let me see, because that guy I was watching, he usually don't do 30-minute episode shows. So I gotta find something else to watch. Let me see if y'all recommend anything in the comments. Let's see if I can't see here. Do-do-do. Hello, Nicole. I appreciate you for being here. Welcome in, all you new people. This one guy here, it's not really 30 minutes, but sometimes I watch stuff like this too. I'll turn it on him. It's like 22 minutes. It's talking about, I don't know the name of his channel. There's a bunch of channels like this that I watch, but I watch a bunch of channels that's talking about like the economy and stuff, different things that's going on with the economy. And this guy, he did an episode a couple days ago. I think he's based in North Carolina. But anyways, he was talking about, and he always wears a baseball hat. I don't know if that helps you out or not. It tells you who it is or whatever. But he always does shows like on contents like that. And he has lava lamps behind him as far as his scenery goes and his background and stuff. And what he's talking about on this episode, he did it a couple of days ago. But he's talking about older workers, how older workers are having to be kind of like forced into retirement, but also like companies are laying them off or getting rid of them and stuff just because they're older workers. So I watched that. This is a 22-minute episode, so I watched that for a few minutes. Then I'll have to find something else to watch to go make it 30 minutes or a little bit more where I've stopped so much. I don't want to just end it because where I have stopped so much and not met my goal or whatever of at least an hour. And I'm sorry if that thumping gets on your all's nerves. Appreciate y'all for coming in and watching me and showing your support. I really do appreciate y'all. Hopefully this phone won't flip forward, me thumping around and break it. Sorry if I don't talk all the time too. Honestly, I wasn't intending, I'm grasping onto the bars, trying to force myself to walk. I wasn't intending to talk the whole time. I was going to start trying to do these lives if it doesn't buffer, or try to load up and disconnect. Try to start being on a routine of it, because I've got to do something for watch hours. And as you all know, watch hours is the hardest thing to get monetized on YouTube, because you have to have 4,000. Because I already have the 1,000 subs, but I have hardly. My watch hours keep on going down, 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 instead of up, 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 and they're pretty much going down to nothing. So even though I have thousands and thousands of shorts, it didn't help my channel, which I knew it wouldn't. I was kind of hoping it would though, because I like doing shorts better. It's just easier for me to do shorts. And I wouldn't even be doing this live right now at this time if my daughter had school. So I don't know what time frame I'll be doing things. And also, another reason why I don't hardly ever go live is because of the noise factor from my girls and stuff. They can get pretty loud, and so it's hard to do lives. And then just the internet itself, this internet, it's all we have in this area. We don't have another option, and it's not that great. It says supposedly I'm up to 45.9 calories now that I burn off. Let me stop it for a second again. I'm pretty sure that's Michaela, or Micah. I'm sorry. I'm gonna mod you. Oh, thank you so much. Okay, let me mod you right fast before I get back at it. Now that I know how to do it on the phone while I'm live. You should be a standard mod now, Micah. All right, let me get back started. Or get a drink of water before I do. I'm gonna have to get something, probably something similar like what you use, Micah, so I can see, like a magnifying glass or something. I've always had bad vision. I'm farsighted, and I've been farsighted since I was in the 2nd grade. But as I age and I've had surgeries done, and I think the surgery's done it worse to me than anything. It's really destroyed my eyes. Like I said, I've been put to sleep I don't know how many times and had surgeries and procedures done. I would say at least 7 or 8 times I've been put to sleep, but it could be more. And I really do believe every time that I was ever put to sleep, I think that played more on my eyes deterioration than anything else did. But I had to be put to sleep. And plus I've always heard, and I think it is true, the older you get, especially after you hit 40, your eyes start getting worse anyways. I don't know that many people in their 40s or around my age that I grew up with that don't wear glasses. And yeah, I didn't wear glasses like I was supposed to. I wish I had, but I didn't. I wouldn't wear them because I was getting made fun of all the time, getting called 4 eyes when I was a child. And I don't even wear them like I'm supposed to right now, like when I'm driving. But oh well. I kind of telling myself. At least I'm honest, I guess. I can't see nothing up close or nothing though. That's what farsighted is you see better further away, long distances. I see better. I don't see nothing pretty. I mean, I can see, it's just blurry and like writing and stuff like that. I can't hardly make it out. And everything's just blurry. I mean, I get like a picturesque view of stuff. It's just like a blur. But I don't have astigmatism or nothing like that either. And I tell you, out of all the surgeries and procedures a person could do, now that's something that always has kind of creeped me out or scared me or whatever. It's like eye surgeries. Anything, and I know that's weird, and I'm going to say this too, but anything, I'm having to struggling, guys. I'm holding down, I'm about slouching over, but holding on to these bars. I don't know why, but I've always been like this. Anything with the eyeballs or the feet creeps me out when it comes to surgeries, and I don't know why, but I don't think I could ever get like my eye peeled if I had to. I just don't think I could sit still and have that done. I'd probably rip my eyeball off or something, because I think they do that for like stigmatisms and other things. They put like a needle, shouldn't have said that, I'm sorry, but a needle in your eyeball. And I've seen people have it done before, talk about it, but I don't think I could do that, because I hate it. Every time I go to the eye doctor and they just blow that puff of air in your eyeball, I can't sit still for that. I always move around, and then they always end up having to give me eye drops because I move around and won't do it. I can't stand that though. Even back when I was a teenager, because I had contact lens and stuff, but I had the hardest time trying to put my contact lens, opening up my eyeball, putting the contact lens on my finger, and putting it on my eyeball in the right spot. And then back then too, I gotta get a drink of water and stop it again for a sec, I'm sorry. But gotta skip it anyways, it's on commercial. Anyways, back then we used to use tanning beds to lay out in the sun or get suntan with or whatever. Used to be a big thing back then. Even though it didn't really help me, I would freckle and burn where I'm fair skinned. But I would go lay in the tanning beds because nobody told me nothing about it. And I'd have those contact lenses in my eyeballs in the tanning bed. And whenever I got out, oh, it was so painful. I thought I was going to rip my eyeball off from my pupil or whatever. There were a few times when I'd done that, because it would be so dry and it would feel like it was like ripping off your eyeball. And then also, I fell asleep a bunch whenever I had contact lens and stuff. With those contact lenses in my eyeballs, and that was painful. It was the same feeling. It just like it was stuck, and you didn't think it was going to get off of there. And it also itched and burned. I had to use all kinds of eye drops and stuff. I still have nightmares about contact lens, even though I don't wear them no more, like drying to my eyeball because of that. All right, I'll get this started again. I'm sorry, guys. I'm slacking. I think contact lenses are pretty though. I mean, the colored ones, they come in different colors and they're pretty. I used to wear aqua colored contact lens, and I really loved the way that they looked on my eyeballs when I was a teenager. That was probably my favorite ones. I also had the navy colored blue ones, and I think one time I had the emerald green. Now, the emerald green would have been my favorite color as far as colors goes back then, but they didn't change my eye color like they were supposed to. You couldn't really tell a difference or nothing. I guess because where I have such dark hazel eyes, and my hazel eyes are mostly like brown or sometimes yellow or whatever. Sometimes they have a little bit of green in them, but not much. Or like I have a navy blue ring that goes around my eyes, but you can't hardly see it or nothing. And I found out years ago, the reason why people have that blue ring around their eyeballs like that, it's not good. It's because of your mother when she was pregnant with you. And it's just like anything else. It's all like genetics and generational. But it's because of the metals and the toxins in her body that she consumed when she was pregnant with you. So that's why that people have, in general, if you have a really dark navy little tiny ring on the outer part of your eyeball, that's why you have that. It's not a good thing, unless if you already have blue eyes. But it's because of the toxins and stuff that came from your mother when she was pregnant with you. It was, I know it don't make sense, but it was like her body's way of cleaning out the detoxins and stuff in her body. So it's metals is basically what it is. Like, unfortunately, the metals and toxins in the food that we eat, or the environments, what we're surrounded by, or what our skin absorbs, or what we inhale, ingest, or whatever. That's where that comes from. I found that out probably about 10 or 12 years ago. You guys, I am so tired. I am so worn out. I'm sorry for complaining. It just means I need to do this more, unfortunately. I know I'm going to be sore, though. Oh, well. Oh, and my TV that I'm watching, I've had this TV now for 16 years, and it's still working. It's fine. Whatever. But the only thing bad about it is where I have it hung up on the wall like that, I can't hardly move it, and it's crooked. It lays at its side angle, and it's not straight, and I can't straighten it out because it probably is on its last leg, so to speak, and I don't want to break it because unfortunately I don't want to buy no new TV right now. And I do like the bigger TVs too, just because I can see them better. Appreciate y'all for stopping by, coming in and chatting, and watching me, spending your time with me this morning. I bet you got all kinds of snow if you're still here, Nicole, but you got a lot. I think you're supposed to get a ton more too. I watch Ron Hall, you all. I know Natasha don't like that one. That channel is good as the other one that she recommended me. But right now for my area, he lives in Pike County. So he's an hour and a half away from me. And so he probably knows his weather for my area better than the other guy you recommended, Natasha, for me or whatever. think the guy that you recommended me, well, he's better for your area. He's better for like the Midwest or whatever, as far as weather goes. Whew. I want that fan to work so bad. I don't know what. It might just be hung up. Oops. Might just be hung up on like the wiring or the rope thing that you pull it on. It might be hung on one of those blades or whatever, keeping it from blowing. I hope that's what it is. After I get off of here and stop this, I'm gonna see if that's what it is. Because I don't ever remember it quit working. I was so dumb just now. That's what I was thinking about and looking around for. I was thinking, God, I hope I have my phone on charge, because I don't know how much charge it's got left. I didn't charge it last night either. I usually charge it when I'm sleeping, but I didn't charge it last night. I'm bad about not charging it. But I can't charge it from this distance and walk on the treadmill. It is 8:26. I'm trying, guys. I don't know if I'll make it or not today. I at least gotta wait until his video's over with, and then probably put about 5 or 10 more minutes onto that. So we're talking about my time anywhere close to about 9 o'clock or a little after. That snow right now, even though I hate the snow, that looks so refreshing and so amazing and cool. I just want to go out there and lay on the snow to cool down. I'm definitely burning up, roasting. My feet are getting sore too. I thought I'd be able to do this barefoot like I am, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. I think I'm going to have to at least wear socks. I guess that's why when people work out, they wear tennis shoes and stuff. It says I burned 54.5 calories, supposedly. This is an old treadmill too. I don't think it costed that much even when they bought it. But I gotta get a drink of water. I'm sorry, guys. This treadmill does not have, it only has what time it is, what time it is you've been walking, and it has how many calories, and it has the speed. That's all it has on it. Supposedly it has, over here in pictures, it has like level 1, level 2, and level 3 up to 6 on like the, you know how supposedly, I don't think it works though, the incline of the treadmill is supposed to go up, but I don't think that part works. I think it's permanently set at this incline. Well, I've almost went through 2.5 bottles of water, because I'm just throwing the waters on my bed and I'll pick them up whenever I'm done and put them in the trash once they're emptied or whatever. Look at how, where I've been wiping sweat though, look at how much sweat it's down to now. That's terrible. That's terrible too, just in general. Like if I did have boobs still or whatever, that's apparently that's where you lose weight at first, or you sweat the most at, is in your chest and in your face. My face is just blood red, but I guess that's where you lose weight at or whatever, or sweat the most at when you're doing anything like this. Look at how bad my back looks. Sweaty. Okay, I've got to push through this. Let's get started. I desperately gonna have to get that fan fixed, or buy me a fan or something to blow on me. And I'm probably gonna have to get myself a cheap pair of tennis shoes or something, because my feet are hurting, especially at the bottom part underneath of, like below that fatty part underneath of your toes, the arch part, or before the arch or whatever. I don't know what that part's called, but it's definitely hurting. I just hope I don't cause blisters. All right, that guy's over with. I'm gonna find someone else to watch for about 10 minutes or so, and then we'll end this one for today. It's about 8:33, I think, my time. So you find someone else that's got a shorter. I'm falling. I'm about at the end of the treadmill. It keeps pushing me back, and I'm not even grasping onto the bars no more. They're trying to fight it. I'm about out of energy, so I don't think I can do another 30 minutes to make it to 9. Let's see. Trying to find something to watch. See, most of the people that I watch on the TV, unless if I'm just playing someone's playlist that I know, most of them are bigger creators, to be honest. And no, I'm not friends with them, and I'm not subbed to them. I just watch them because it's something I like to watch on my TV or whatever when I'm laying down. But most of them, they don't do short videos. They do at least 30 minutes to an hour. Most of the ones I watch do an hour plus on all their videos. So it's hard to find somebody in the area to watch. Okay, I'm gonna watch this one. It's talking about, I don't know who this guy is, but it's talking about Gen Alpha. Gen Alpha is getting worse. I don't know. I don't think my girls are Gen Alpha. I think my girls are Gen Z, because I'm a millennial. I think I'm the last millennial. I know that people can call me a zennial too, but I was born in 1981, and I think that's the last, or maybe it's the beginning. No, it's the beginning. 1981 is the beginning of the millennials. So my girls were born obviously in the 2000s. So I think they come after the millennials. I don't know where millennials end. I think they end about 1987, but I could be wrong. But anyways, so I think anything after that is called a Gen Z, I think. I don't know, I could be wrong. I can't, y'all correct me in the comments, I have no clue. But I'm pretty sure that's what my girls are. And I think they call Gen X before the millennials. I don't know the dates of when that starts and when that stops for sure. Look how sweaty my armpits were. So I think Gen Alpha is after Gen Z, but I could be wrong. And I think it ends about, Gen Z goes up to about 2007 maybe. Might be even later than that. And then it goes to Gen Alpha. I could be completely wrong though, so I don't know. Appreciate you guys so much. Says I'm at, I don't even know if this calorie thing works or not, because it keeps going up and it keeps going down. Probably because I'm getting slower too, I don't know. But it's at like 58.1 now. Was at 58.8, so who knows. And it says, well, I don't know why it does that. Sorry for scratching my nose. It says it's at 31.49. Oh my goodness. And how many breaks I've took. But I think it goes into military time. I'm not positive, but it goes into like 98.47. And it says it on the time point. But I don't know if that's military time or not. I don't know. I don't know why it does that in the time area. It switches or whatever. I'm so glad that y'all stopped by for this live and supporting me, trying to help me out. I appreciate y'all. I just hope I can do this the way I'm feeling right now. I don't know if I'm going to be able to complete this or not to get an hour in. I'm dragging bad. And my feet are hurting. I'm sorry for complaining so much, you guys. For some reason, it just stopped on its own. I don't know why. It said it's, I don't think it came unplugged. Let me see if I can start it again, because that was only like 30 some minutes. I'm gonna put it a little bit lower at 1.5 right now and work my way back up. It might be trying to tear up, be my luck. As soon as someone starts trying to use it, it tear up. This thing has not been used, but maybe like probably about 4 or 5 times since the whole time I've been storing it in my house. I appreciate the emojis. Thank you so much. The trophy emojis. I surely don't deserve them, but I appreciate you all. Appreciate you so, so much. Each and every one of y'all. I'm just hoping after I end this, I can go back and watch it just to read the comments from you guys. I'm hoping it works. Hopefully. I know before, whenever I would do lives on the computer, I could go back and rewatch it, and it seems like I could read the comments, but I might be wrong. Maybe you can't after you've already filmed and it's live or whatever. I don't know how you do that. Might have to look it up on YouTube and see if there's a way or not. But I appreciate you all for keeping the chat rolling too. And talking to people. I'm sorry if anybody goes back and rewatches this video that I've not been talking to you guys. I just can't see, unfortunately. And that phone is an iPhone 17. It's one of the newest ones I think that they got out right now. But I don't think that they, I mean, I think it's the biggest screen that they got. But I just don't think, from what little I've experienced, and I'm stuck with this phone because I'll be making payments on it unless if a miracle happens. But I don't think that they have like a big phone on iPhone, like as far as the screen size goes or whatever. I think Samsung does have bigger screens, but not that much bigger, but a little bit bigger or whatever. We're back up to 2 on the speed. Now it's saying I only burnt 6.12 calories. I don't know if they make anything like that or not, but I would like, if I continue this, I would like to have some kind of watch or something that tells me what my heart rate is, tells me how much water I need to drink, just tells me everything and talks to me. That'd be nice if they make something like that. I wish they would start making more stuff. People that do have vision problems, that it just talks to them. That I should have weighed myself. I didn't weigh myself before I started walking. I'll weigh myself after I walk. It'd still probably pretty much be about the same weight. But that other scale that I used to have a few months back, I got it with my United Healthcare over-the-counter insurance, and it was one of the best scales that I ever had because it was automatically rigged up so it would talk to you and tell you how much you weighed. And so this one I have over here now, the cats broke it. That's why I had to get a different one. But I don't know how they broke it, but they did. And so anyways, the one I have now, it was more costlier than the other one. And it has 3 or 4 different things listed on it. But I don't know how to work it. And I don't think it tells you, like hearing wise, it don't tell you how much you weigh or nothing. So, I don't know. Alright guys, let's see. I don't think I'm going to be able to, I'm trying. I don't know if I'm going to be able to complete this or not. Till 9 o'clock today. At least till 9. It's 8:40 something. And I know I've took tons of breaks. My feet are hurting. Ugh. Sorry to complain. I'm having to grasp onto these bars. Let me stop it for a second, get a water break. See if I can't read any of the chat for a second. Okay, I went through 3 different waters now. Thank you all for watching. Oh, that's Britt. Let me make you a mod right fast, girl. I'm so sorry. You should be a mod now. Yes, I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you, Yolanda, for stopping by. I don't know if I'm going to be able... This is the first time I've been live in 6 months. And you would think where I do those dancing videos that I wouldn't be in this bad of shape. But it's wearing me out. Look at how sweaty I am. And yes, this is the first time I've ever walked on a treadmill in decades or whatever. But look how bright red my face is and how knotted up my hair is. It looks terrible. I look horrible. That's part of it though. And look how sweaty. Really sweaty. I guess that means something's working though. I gotta open up this other bottle of water. If I drink this one, this will make my 4th bottle of water since I've been walking. Years ago, when I was like a teenager, and let me go ahead and start it back. My mom was probably in her 30s, I guess. There used to be a big thing around here. There ain't no more. I don't even know if you can go to any place around here no more for like Weight Watchers. And they used to give out the Weight Watchers books on telling you what fast food restaurants that you could eat at, what kind of proportion size and all that, and how many steps a day you would take to lose weight or whatever. And my mom used to drink at least 3 bottles of water a day whenever she was on Weight Watchers and stuff. But I don't know how many. I think you're supposed to have 6 to 8 glasses of water anyways a day. But I think whenever they was on Weight Watchers, they wanted them to at least drink 3 or 4 of those bottles of water a day. And I remember, as far as proportion sizes goes, when it comes to eating at fast food restaurants, I remember she would stop from work, and she used to be a lab tech. And whenever she would get off of work, she would pick us up something to eat from Wendy's because it was the closest one nearby. And back then, they still had like the salad bar and the chili bar at Wendy's. So what she would do is she would fill up one of those little things, little cups or whatever, of chili. Then she would get like a child size or a Happy Meal size, whatever you want to call it, from Wendy's, of chicken nugget, like a 4-piece, and then a little side salad. And that's what she would call dinner as far as proportion sizes goes. I wish they did have something like that around here, but they don't. They haven't had nothing like that around here for years. And then I remember after she tried that, because she struggled with her weight and stuff all her life. I never did start struggling with my weight until after a little bit before I was diagnosed with cancer. I started getting heavy. Once you hit that, and you girls will know what I'm talking about as females. Whenever you hit that 200 mark on the scale, it seems like it's no time. After you hit that part, you don't want to hit that, because as soon as you hit that, it seems like it's no time. You go from 200 to 202, or that's what I did anyways, to 212, and then right before I was diagnosed with cancer, I was like at 224 pounds. And then after I had the full hysterectomy, and I remember the doctor got upset about it too. You women, you females, you girls will probably know what I'm talking about, especially if you live somewhere rural like I do. But doctors can be mean, especially male doctors, and they get on to you about your weight. They're really, really mean about your weight. And I've had a few doctors do me like that before, and they've all been men. But even that Christian doctor I seen that gave me the full hysterectomy, after he gave me the surgery, the nurses was weighing my bed from the scales or whatever, and they was like telling him, she's 231 pounds. And he came in there and he was like real mad, you know. He's like, you got to be kidding me. You know, just making me feel terrible, but they don't care. And he's like, she's gained weight instead of lost weight, you know. So ever since then, at my highest point after the hysterectomy, I got up to basically 260 pounds. That's been my highest point, hopefully for the rest of my life. But anyways, I usually stay around like the 240s or the 230s. It's also according on to what kind of medicine I'm on and stuff. Because unfortunately, I have to take certain types of medicines that mix, sorry for showing you all my fatness, but certain types of medicines that mix or go with my seizure medication. And so there's certain types of antidepressants that I can't take, even if I want to, because unfortunately for me, the ones that help you lose weight or help your loss of appetite, they are also the ones that I can't take that won't interact good with my seizure medication. And sorry guys, I talk with my hands a lot. I always have. So it's another bad habit. We are at 8:54. Yay! I think I can try to at least get to 9. And I'm gonna have to cool down a little bit before I go take a bath or shower. I need to break that habit too, because that's just laziness on my part too, of taking baths instead of showers. I need to start making myself take showers instead of baths. I just like to lay and soak, and I'll sit and lay and soak for hours when I'm in the bathtub, just because I guess it helps me out with my anxiety and depression and stuff too. So I just like to soak. I'm sorry, I'm tugging at the top of my leggings just to have something to kind of hold on to, so I won't hold on to these bars all the time and make myself walk. We're getting closer though. I don't know, do any of y'all know around what time I started? Because according to the treadmill, I'm still only at 36.58 seconds, or 36 minutes and 58 seconds. And according to the time, I should at least been on this live for an hour. I know on the computer, it shows you around about how much time you've been live for. But I don't see it on the phone, or I just can't see it. I might try to, because I'm afraid after I stop this video, I'm afraid I won't be able to read y'all's comments. So I might try to scroll up a little bit and read some of them before I end the live completely or whatever, just in case, and see if I can't mod some people that's come in here if I've missed anybody. Oh, after my mom did Weight Watchers though, she did do the fin thing, but that fin thing was way before my time. And then she did something called Curves. It was like a purple ribbon emblem or symbol or whatever. And it was kind of like Weight Watchers, but not as big. But they did used to have like a studio thing around here where people could go to lose weight and do weekly check-ins or whatever, weigh-ins. But they don't have nothing like that no more. Now there is, in the county I live in, there is 2 gyms, or actually there's 3 gyms. There's 3 gyms, but I think 2 of them are open 24/7. But right now I couldn't afford it. I'm not trying to make excuses, but I couldn't afford it. And I don't know if any of y'all know this, some of y'all do, but I hate living here. I hate living around here. And I never wanted to live here anyways. And I don't like to be around a lot of the people that goes to them places, those gyms and stuff. Because it's just like, for me, it's just like how it was in high school, like little cliques and little groups and stuff. So, in other words, the way I feel, so there's 3 gyms total. The one that's closest to me, in my opinion, it's more like a bro gym. It's more like a man gym, and like bodybuilding and stuff like that. And there's not very many people that goes there. It's a really small gym. And then the other one that's about midways from me, it's more towards like where all the fast food restaurants are and stuff in Whitesburg and Letcher County. That gym is always like, and I'll be the first to tell you guys, I'm not the best driver, and even living in a rural place like this, I don't enjoy driving. But that parking lot to that gym is so small and so tiny, I wouldn't be able to park to get into that gym. And it's a really small gym too, and it's always crowded. So I wouldn't want to fool with that gym. And then the other one, they actually call it the Rec Center, and they spent like, I don't know how much for sure, but millions of dollars to build that place years ago. Excuse me. And all it really has is like a few treadmills, and it got flooded out too in the flood of 2022. But they have like a walking track, and they have a few treadmills. I think they have a basketball court, and I'm not sure if they have anything else. I don't even know if they have weights there, but there's quite a few people who go there too. It does have a bigger parking lot, but most of the people who go to that one still or keep it running and functioning. They're like what I would call the bigwigs of the county or society or whatever. So obviously I don't fit in with them. So that's why I wouldn't go to that gym or nothing. And they're just basically keeping it running, in my opinion, because it's all, everything's about money, in my opinion. And it's because they got that much money gave to them to build it. Then they got money again for it after it was built. It's just to keep it up and running for their own little hangout spot. So that's why I wouldn't want to go up there to work out or nothing. So anyways, might as well go on to, it's 9:02 my time. Let's go on a couple more minutes. I do really appreciate each and every one of y'all who's come in here, stopped by and chatted and watched my video for today, or watched some of it for today or whatever. Hopefully I can get a schedule going and used to doing this. I'm not positive, but I think I started around 6:30, about 6:30, walking or whatever. Even though the treadmill's saying something different. Okay, it's not 9:05. I'm gonna slow down and stop it though, get me a water, and try to read some of the comments. I'll finish that water the rest of the day. Okay, guys. I'll just sit down. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. My feet are killing me. Y'all can see my nasty down over here. Oh, I got the cats. Some of the cats are laying on my bed with me. Let me see if I can't read some of these comments before I end this live. I'm sorry, you're just gonna have to ignore how nasty and red my face is. Thank you so much, Nicole. I really, truly appreciate you so much. And you too. I don't know what your name says, though. I'm sorry. I can't see it close, so I can't see to read your name. I'm having troubles with the vision side of this right now. I'm sorry. Micah, I appreciate you so much for being in here, girl. Appreciate you. Okay, I'm gonna wait a while until I mod like some of the new people that's come in here. But let me see if I can't find before I end this. Oops, I've clicked on something. See if I can't see some of the people who came in here in the beginning that's older in the comments and mod them. I don't know if I can mod them though if they're not here watching right now or not. I don't know how that works, but I'll try it before I end this live. See if I can't mod them or not, because I know I seen thank you all for all the words of encouragement. Okay, that John guy said find a pace and keep at it. Okay, I'll take that into advice or whatever for next time. Good advice. I appreciate you. I know I seen Try in here earlier, and I seen Northern Woman, and I want to get them modded. But I don't know for sure if they're, I mean, I'm messing up on something. Hold on, I'm sorry. Let me see if I can find them to mod them. Is it buffering or anything on your all's end, or is it internet connection still connected? Because I'm over here in my bedroom near the TV and it usually goes out. But I can't tell or not. I'm at the main top of the chat too to see if I can't find their names on here. It's trying to make me mod other people. I'm accidentally clicking on it. I I don't think it's going to go all the way up to the top of the chat. So I guess I'll just end it. I don't even know how to end it, you guys. But I appreciate you all for watching and stopping in and coming in and watching me. Sorry, I'm so nasty and sweetie. And I'll try to do this whenever I can to keep the momentum going and hopefully get my watch hours up. Appreciate each and every one of y'all. Natasha, if you're still here, I appreciate you, and Nicole and Micah and everyone else. Yolanda, if you're still here, I appreciate you, girl. I don't know how to end this. I guess I just click on the X at the top to end it. That's what I'm going to try anyways. And everyone in the comments and stuff that I missed, I'm sorry. But I'm going to get off of here. I appreciate y'all, and I'll talk to you guys later. Y'all have a great day. I'm going to click on the X. Okay, thanks, Nicole. Appreciate you so much. Talk to y'all later. Have a great day. Bye.